Another fucking glitch. What a shit show.
Everything's ready.
Switch him back on already.
Lewis!
Whoa, Robo. Calm down. He'll tear the equipment apart.
Wendell Antonowski ran away and Lewis is in the hospital. What did you do? Just stand there and watch it as it happened?
I want to see her.
She's in surgery as we speak, so that's not gonna happen.
あ、助かってる。
Instead, you're gonna go through with your psych evaluation.
ああ、びっくりした。死んだかと思ったけれども、助かってんだ。よかったよかった。
You skip your first session and was adamant that I make sure you attend this one. Especially since the problem of you malfunctioning is obviously persistent. So, Doctor, do your thing.
What? Now? He's in no shape to be examined.
I'm afraid that I must insist.
This is highly unprofessional.
I need to apprehend Wendell.
I don't think you understand your options, Shiny, in that you don't have any. You either comply or you'll be dismantled. I'm only really rooting for one of these options.
Very well.
Doctor?
If this is supposed to resemble a therapy session in any way, I need everyone that isn't my client to leave. That is not negotiable. And is it necessary to have him restrained?
That's for your safety. What if he loses control? Exactly.
If anything goes wrong, just use this reset button. One press, and he goes back to La La Land.
Okay, let's leave the good doctor to work. And Robo, see me after this is over.
I'm sorry it has to look like this. Are you at least sitting comfortably enough to have this conversation?
はい、皆さんこんにちは。スカルゼロです。突然始まりましたけれども、本日もロボコップやっていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。さて、前回ですね、まさかの敵がですね、裏切りで殺されてしまいました。まあ、あっけないっつったらあっけないんですけれどもね。ただ、なんかラストステージみたいな感じで書いてあったんで、まあ最後にはなるだろうなと思ってたら案の定あっけなくやられちゃいました。で、今なんですけれども、前回のですね、ロボコップのちょっとしたエラーがかなりですね、上はおこみたいなので、それを直せなければスクラップ。こうやってカウンセリングで直せるんだったら、それで直してしまおうということで、始まっております。なので、答える質問大切かと思いますが、やっていきましょう。
My partner was shot, and I need to find the person responsible.
You do. But I think you'll agree that you should be in the best shape possible to undertake that task.
せやな。
I understand this is not an ideal situation, and this is probably the last place you want to be right now.
I'm not the only one unwilling to be here. Your heart rate is above 120 BPM.
You're equipped with a heart rate monitor? I imagine it comes in handy in your line of work.
It does.
I agree this whole thing is happening rather fast, but we are both professionals at helping others. So how about we start again? My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. Naturally, I've heard people refer to you by different names, but I'm curious to hear which one you prefer.
どうしようかな。まあ、これ本名なんだよね。
My name is Alex Murphy.
Then I'll call you Alex Murphy. I've worked with many police officers that have gone through traumatic experiences, but I think we can both agree that you are no ordinary police officer. How do you see your situation?
半分人間、半分機械だ。
I am a cybernetic organism, a fusion of both the remains of the policeman Alex Murphy and this high-tech armor.
So we can't rule out that your actions are influenced by your human part. But that's something that I've already learned from the reports. What I would much rather hear is how do you perceive yourself?
Perceive?
Yes. See, what I found immensely helpful in working with my patients is transparency. In order to help each other, we need to be able to see each other fully.
おお、素顔出せるんだね、自分の意思で。これが今の私らでいいか。
Thank you for making this step.
あ、喜んだ。喜ぶんだ。
Do you wish to push the reset button? Your heart rate remains high.
No, not at all. It's actually my secret that is making me nervous, not yours. You're not the only one here with prosthetic body parts. this hand. You must have wondered what happened. Some time ago, I was a victim of a crime. A thief broke into my house. He made a lot of noise, and my neighbors called the police. And Ed 209 reacted to the call and mistakenly recognized me as a threat. My hand was red mist moments later. Since that day, I have become, let's say, a little leery of machines.
結構えぐい話だったな、今。
Do you
私が
fear
怖い
me?
か？
I fear the unpredictability that machines bring with them. So when I heard there was a chance to contribute to the research on the stability of OCP's mechanical units, I jumped at the opportunity. I hope you don't find it unprofessional. Getting that off my chest made me feel a bit better. How about you check my pulse now?
It has dropped below 120 BPM.
You see, I don't just impose things onto my clients. I practice what I preach because it seems to work. I think that makes for a very promising start. Thank you, Alex Murphy.
お、うまく会話ができたかな？行動評価。うん。結構頑張りました。下のですね、副目標に関しては、あれですね、動画外でやってた目標ですね。いろいろなことをやってました。経験値貯めるために。すべての違反は発見してないなぁ。結構歩いたんだけどね。動画外で。あ、でも A もらいます。ありがとうございます。スキルポイント3つ？マジで？そんなにもらえちゃう？さあ、仕事だ！さて、スートのラストアンコールっていうことでね、もうここから奴が消えるってことは察しなきゃいけなかったですね。さて、次の目標、避けては通れぬ評価ということで、新たなミッションですね。で、新たな敵、新顔が出てきましたので、奴が言っていた弟っていうのはおそらくロボコップのゲームか、映画、どちらかのシリーズで登場している人なんでしょうね。そのあたりは詳しくないのでちょっとわからないんですけれども、相手もそういった理由があるみたいです。それじゃあ、スタートしていきましょうか。なんじゃい？何を見せたいんだい？プリント基板。
I know that OCP can be a real pain in the ass, but this might change your mind a bit. We've been working behind the scenes on giving your sidearm the treatment it deserves. The Auto 9 can now be equipped with a motherboard. Once the motherboard is in, you'll be able to mount a number of processors on it. Each processor can vastly improve your aim, damage, or stability. See for yourself.
お、なるほど。スタンダードで持っている銃の強化ができるのか。マザーボードの空きスロット。そういう感じね。はいはいはいはい。あらずいぶんあるのね。電源、ダメージ、チップの合成とかもあるじゃん。はい、とりあえずいろいろやっててですよね。接続ですね。イメージとしては、ロックマンエクゼのプログラム設定と似ているのかな。ブロックですけれども、向こうは。それと同じような組み合わせですね。接続するチップの向きによって、エラーが発生したりして、ペナルティが起きてしまうと。で、実際問題、フルオートとか、あとは貫通力ですね。そのあたりの設定で、今現状一番いいのが、このペナルティ5がついた状況ですね。なので今んとここうなってますけれども、ないよりはあった方がいいって感じでつけてます。この後強化できるんだったらどんどんですね、変えていきたいとは思います。現状こんな感じになりました。あとはスキルですね。スキルに関してはちょこちょこ上げてたんですけれども、とりあえずやることは、走行強化、戦闘強化だよね。3つあるんで、今まで全然開けられてない推理とか、そのあたりをやっていくと絶対楽だと思うんですよね。スキャンで金庫の解除番号、オブジェクト、隠し部屋などの発見がっていうことだから、 まあ、推理をレベル2にしておきましょうか。隠しオブジェクトとかが開くようにと。このあたりよりも戦闘面強化しとくか。一応走行。これで一応 OK ですね。さて、ということでスキルセットが終わったので、先ほどの目標通り、巡査部長さんのところ行きましょうか。
Not yet.
Hey, Murphy, do you have a minute?
おう、どうし
It's
た
about Lewis.
元気になれよ、ルイスって。どうした新たなサブミッションか
Did you say
というか、
Lewis?
ルイス手術中じゃないの
Me and a bunch of guys decided to sign this get well card for her. I figured that you'd want to sign it as well.
A get well card.
Yeah, I know it's just that we want to let her know we're with her.
私もメッセージ書きた
I
い
would like to sign it.
Thanks, Murphy. I knew you'd understand. Actually, there are a few signatures that we still need. Could you ask them? I think I need a break. To start, Kowalski is hiding somewhere in the lobby.
Understood.
ロビーのどっかに隠れてるって。ロボコップもなんか大変だな。いろいろやらされて。こいつか
Oh, I didn't see you there, Murphy.
What are you doing here, officer?
Nothing much. Just trying to collect my thoughts.
Would you sign the get well card for Lewis? I am supposed to get it signed and then pass it on to another officer.
Yeah, sure thing. That's a great idea. There you go. Signed. But could you pass it along to another officer? I think I'd like to stay here for a little bit longer.
どうした
There is no crying on the force.
Well, I guess sometimes there is. Kurtz hasn't signed it yet. He was in the locker room last time I saw him.
なんか辛いことがあったんか元気出せよっていうか、ロボコップの言葉がたくましすぎたな。泣いてはいけないとか。たくましすぎんだろ、こいつと思ったけれども。まあ人間だも
I
ん
am
ね。
looking for Officer Kurtz.
He's in the shower. Actually, he's been in there for.
倒れてんじゃねえか、30分前って。シャワーで30分は長すぎるよ。
My signature recognizes that the water is cold. Is everything all right, Officer Kurtz?
Oh, you talking to me? Yeah, I guess I stayed here longer than I anticipated.
I have a card to sign. It is for Lewis.
I'd love to sign it, but I don't want to get it wet. Could you grab my towel for me? Yellow one. It should be by my locker.
Okay.
なんか俺の印象だと結構現場に出てドンパチやってるイメージだったんだけれども、なんかロボコップって結構雑に扱われてない？なんかお手伝いロボットとか家政婦とかそのあたりのレベルで扱われてない？これか。あれ、知恵は違かった。黄色いタオルはこれか。結構情報メモってそこら辺にあるんだな。見つけたときは一時停止で読んでくださいね。お願いします。
There you go.
Thanks. Just give me a minute. There, signed. I think that it's beautiful what you're doing.
You are shivering.
Yeah, I was lost in my thoughts. Didn't notice that I used up all the hot water.
冷水30分は体壊すわ。
Yeah, but I can't imagine what you're thinking. She's your partner. Speaking of partner, I see that O'Neill hasn't signed a card yet. Be a good guy and get it to her, okay? She's at the range. She'll yell at me if she finds out there was a card for Lewis and she didn't get to sign it.
I will make sure that happens.
射撃場かよ、次は。本当になんか雑用されて、使われてんな。笑っちゃいけねえわ。これはあれですね。裏で捕まえたやつですね。はい。殺人で捕まえました。本当はお見せしたかったんですけれどもね。特に本編には関わりない内容だったんで、 今回はちょっとカットしちゃいました。サブに関しては面白いものだけね、どんどん追加していくような形で、それ以外はカットさせていただきます。なぜかというと、サブでも結構時間かかるんですよね。1本30分とか。なので、それやってると永久的にこのゲーム終わんなくなっちゃうんで、基本的には本編だけ、面白いものとかちょっと気になるものだけですね、サブのやつも載せたいと思います。ということで、オニールの銃を使用し、15ポイントってことですね。射撃苦手なんだけどな。
I guess you don't have any problems with it.
早えな。でも15ポイントはもう超えてるでしょ。あ、27。15は行くわ。
Yeah, I guess so.
What is the matter?
I can't lie. I wanted to come here and blow off some steam, but my hands are shaking thinking about Lewis.
Officer.
It's just that if it happened to you, it could have happened to any one of us. Lewis is one tough cookie. She'll pull through, I'm sure of it. But I'm not so sure I could say the same thing about my partner. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it about me.
まあ、そういう風な気持ちにもなるわな。
It is difficult.
Is there anything I can do for you?
You can sign this get well card for Lewis.
Sure thing. There you go. Almost everyone's already here. That says a lot about her impact on all of us. There's only one person missing, Sergeant Reed. He's in the garage.
まだいるんかい。まだいるんかい。まあ、駐車場自体は近くなんでね、別に問題はないんですけれども。
Murphy, do you have a minute?
今いいかというか、俺も今いいか？
I noticed you running around the precinct.
I am collecting signatures on a get well card for Lewis.
I know. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I ride everyone hard, and they probably see me as a drill sergeant. Maybe they think that I do it because I don't care. But I do care for each and every one of you. And what I'm trying to say is that I'd like to sign that card, if you let me.
いやー、ちょっと悲しいな。いつも厳しく当たっちゃってっから、俺、書いてもいいのかなっていうことでしょ？いやー、そりゃいいでしょ。
We are a family. You should sign it.
Everyone's here already. Lewis, she made an impact. We've got to get the ones that did that to her.
That is my intention.
上に立つとこういう辛さもあるんだろうな。
She should get it from you. Thank you, Murphy.
元気になるよ、ルイスということでした。みんないろいろ。というか、ルイス大人気やん。めっちゃみんなに、気に入られてんだね、ルイスって。俺もそういう人になりたい。ということで、サブミッションでした。ずいぶん長いサブミッションになっちゃったな。
Thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Becker.
You are very determined. I must have seen your application like 20 times.
I assumed they were getting lost in the mail.
That didn't stop you, did it? You're persistent and capable, too. Highest marks on all the written tests. Pretty much an ideal candidate. Aside from the fact that you don't meet any of the physical requirements, that's actually remarkable. Short stuff.
Unfortunately, sir.
Why is being a cop so important to you?
My father was a police officer, and his father was one too.
A police family, huh? It must be heartbreaking not to be able to continue a family tradition. You know, I have the power to look the other way and make you a cop despite your shortcomings. In exchange, I only ask for one thing. Your complete loyalty. And maybe a touch of gratitude as well.
Will I still get a badge? Like a proper police officer?
Badge? Oh yeah, sure.
Then Officer Washington is reporting for duty.
Good. There you go, young'un.
Is that blood?
We don't make a badge for every new officer. We just reassign the old ones after cops
おいおい、それはねえんじゃねえか、さすがに。
RoboCop. I'm a big fan.
Well, that's great, because you'll be spending a lot of time together.
Meaning?
Aside from his regular dispatch duty, Officer Washington will become your personal overseer.
Overseer?
Yes, you will report to me on his every action. Hopefully that will prevent him from continuing to tarnish his already murky reputation. His recent behavior casts a shadow on OCP, and we can't have that.
That's a lot of responsibility for a rookie.
Every other cop refused this post. But you won't. You wouldn't jeopardize your career, right?
No, sir.
I would like to proceed with my investigation, now that we know that the new guy is Wendell Antonowski.
Was he even listening to anything I've been saying? Absolutely fucking not. You're off the case. Actually, you're off all cases. There's a bunch of documents that need archiving in the records room. That's your priority now.
Understood.
Now go. I'll tell Achilles about what's what in this godforsaken place.
なるほど。新人と組まされて、なおかつ現場にはもう行くなと。書類整理をしてろと。なるほどね。というか、こいつの言い方嫌いだわ。あんな言い方やり方はないんじゃないって。でも実際問題いるんだよ、こういう人が世の中。マジで頭おかしいと思うよね。人としてどうなのっていう人。世の中にたくさんいるよね。ということで書類整理ですね。我慢していきましょう。今は耐える時。書類整理来たよ。
I was told you'd come to help me. This is exciting. I don't get many visitors here.
What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Becker wants you to do some maintenance work, so, please scan the servers, see if they're operating properly. I'm sure they are, but he insisted I found a job here for you. Yeah, I wish I had something more exciting for you to do, since for me, this is where all the action happens.
Explain.
With this wealth of information at your fingertips, this records room should be a real hotbed of activity. Others don't seem to know how fun it is to dig through all this stuff. You can play a real-life detective here.
Officer Cecil, you are a detective.
Yeah, but mostly just a paper pusher.
So, if one wanted to find out the whereabouts of a particular criminal,
あ、逆に書類整理に回されてチャンスなんじゃないか?
Just check the computer in the back. Type in who you're looking for and see if there are any matches. Just remember to scan the servers at some point.
あ、なんか新たな目標出ちゃったな。またサブ目標も出ちゃったね。ということで、サーバーの方も直していきたいと思います。いやー、サブミッションも多いし、本編も充実してるし、すげーな、このゲーム。サーバーの不具合。このハテナマークか。
Working perfectly.
スキャンして悪いところを探せって感じね。なるほど、なるほど。こういうのはね、大抵一番遠いところよ。違う？一番遠いところじゃない？ほらな。そうなのよ。こういうゲームってなぜか一番遠いところでやってんだよな、こういうの。さて、本編の方戻りましょうか。まあ、ちょっとこの会話だけ聞いてね。本編の方戻りましょう。頼むぜ、しっかり伝えてくれ。なんだろう、いろいろ項目があるけれども、全部見てった方がいいのかな。ああ、サービス利用不可。じゃあ、20丸のついてる事件簿だけでいいのかな。デトロイト警察、事件データ。
That's hard to believe. There's a neat feature you can try. See who attempted to access this file before you did. Maybe that'll help us.
Officer Briggs.
お、いなくなった警察官の名前が出たね。
So his case led him to the Street Vultures territory?
なるほどね。ちょっと話が繋がった感じかな。
Maybe those two cases are connected after all. I'll have to report this to Sergeant Reed.
And I am on my way.
勝手に行くのお前。なんだろう、ロボコップってさ、なんだろう、ロボの割には自分の意思であっち行く、こっち行くみたいな。そんな感じだよね。大丈夫？怒られない？ 絶対あの上司またおこになるよ。それでも私は行くって言ってたよね。もう大胆不敵、電光石火、法は私のためにあるみたいな感じだよね、ロボコップ。もう自立型ロボットだよね、命令聞かずの。そこがまたいい。お、制服に着替えたね。ついてくんの？全然合わないよ。そう、見ての通りです。
Despite the position I'm in, I'll do my best to assist you in any way I can. So, what are you doing here?
うん、単独行動です。
To Highland Park.
Isn't that Street Vulture's turf?
That is where the lead took Briggs. It could be connected to Wendell.
Oh man, that's exactly what Mr. Becker told me you shouldn't do. It's
my
duty to stop you. Is it even safe for you to go? I mean, think of yourself. You keep malfunctioning.
大丈夫、その時はその時だ。壊れた時はその時だ。
Hey Murphy, I found this on the back seat of your cruiser. It's for you.
I can't let you go. Is there some sort of
なんだこりゃ。
for that? RoboCop off.
なんか書いてある。
RoboCop stay.
あっち？
All cops have to follow rules, especially you. You're a cop and a machine, so you can't go. Your systems won't allow it. Right?
Wrong.
できるんかい。
RoboCop? RoboCop? Don't do this to me. Not on my first day.
無視かい。かわいそうに。